Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick face.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
Because we don't care about anything else. We're a walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Gonorrhea. No. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop it now. I order you to stop. I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay.
I got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
What's up, savages? Welcome to another episode of Grunt Speak that actually is Life in the Lair. All right. Now, as you guys know, I did 33 years in the service. I was medically retired in 2018. And I learned a lot about the military medical establishment in the VA during that time frame. And let us be honest, I am less than impressed. Since I started this, channel in 2013, I've talked to tens of thousands of veterans out there, and I keep hearing horror stories from the VA, like waiting times are longer than your projected survival times from a terminal illness. Like you need to get radiation therapy for a tumor. The waiting list is 1 year. Your prognosis is less than a year. We're having a problem there, right? Or how about this? You get stuck getting transferred to different departments and until you've done a whole 100 or 360 and you wind up where you began. Or better yet, the bureaucracy, which is so thick, you can't get anything done. Or better yet, you go to counseling or you go to talk to your doctor and they are speaking languages that you really can't speak. Why are they in the system then? Maybe because they're the cheaper option and they really don't give a shit about you. I would have to go with that. So in reality, you need to take care of your fucking self because nobody is going to do it for you. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get an ambulance to show up at your house and take you to the hospital where you will literally lose your whatever retirement you have, lose your house, your cars, be turned into a homeless pauper just to live a few extra years if you live at all. That is what is at risk here. If the medical insurance industry and the VA and what have you doesn't really get their shit together, which I'm not really anticipating they will do. But you know who can get their shit together? You. Now, this show is going to be a little on the dry side because we're going to be talking about civilian medical insurance, the VA, and all of the programs in between. And the person that's going to assist us is Samantha Batchelor, who is actually I believe, the only woman we've saved from self-deletion. And I am honored to have her on the show. We also have Battletorf here to run the slides, and I am going to snipe and be the critic in the background because that's what I do.
There you go. Sam, welcome to the show. Being as you're doing the presentation tonight, you tell me what slides you need up. I throw them up. You talk to your heart's content, and Pop will heckle from the peanut gallery.
Please, by all means, do. That's the whole point of being able to understand things is having a safe place to ask questions. So ask away if you have those.
Well, I know we have a lot of guys in the audience who have medical issues. Yep. We have several that are uninsured at all. And we have other guys with VA ratings, and they may or may not get, healthcare through the VA.
Yeah.
I myself, I'm fortunate. I have TRICARE East, mainly because I was retired off active duty, and all of my injuries are combat related. So.
Yeah. So with that puts you in a total different area than other people.
Yes.
So I mean it's a benefit to you, but insurance is and should be individually based upon that particular person. So
or the needs of that person or family, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's unfortunately due to the castration of the court system, sometimes it's not family. And you have to learn how to kind of break away from that. But you're not alone in anything. There should always be somebody to help guide you through whatever is happening. So that's where I come in. Battledorf, if we could please start with the first slide, that would be awesome.
Now, before the show started, I brought up, because I watch a lot of other content creators, and a lot of them have this commercial for the service called Chapter. which is supposed to help you pick out the medical insurance plan, which is right for you.
Right.
But you don't actually talk to a human being, do you?
No, you talk to somebody in like Malaysia or the Philippines, but you're not talking to somebody who is understanding the United States rules and regulations. Those people do not have to have a United States health insurance license. And they do not get all of the information that would be applicable to your situation.
So this is like effectively your job, correct?
Oh yeah. My job
it is her job.
Yeah. I work at corporate level and I work at individual level. And there are times when I have literally walked people through some like a Medicaid application. So I'm not in it for whatever dollar sign. I'm in it to make sure that you have the resources and the information that is available to you and have somebody to talk to at any point in time if you have questions.
Gotcha. And as usual, if you have any questions for this guest, send them to redonkulas12@gmail.com, and I will forward them to her to get them answered on your behalf.
Yep.
Because this isn't like an algorithm or somebody speaking broken English in India. This is a person that's their job, and they've been doing it for quite some time.
Yeah.
Pop. Samantha's here with us. You don't need to refer to her in the third person.
I'm referring to the people out there.
I understand.
So, I mean, that
You just want to make sure that they know I'm not an enemy.
I am an old NCO. It is my job to get in front of the dudes to go, this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
These are the words that are going to take place.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this. Do I care? No. Fuck your feeling. Here we go.
And I'm an old operations sergeant who's going to say, hey, First Sergeant, shut up and let her speak.
Roger.
No, Sam, it really goes down like this. So is this the correct slide to start from?
Yes, that is. So I want to really start with just insurance basics. And you'll understand later why I'm going through just insurance basics, because you've been lied to your entire career. So I want to dive deep between HMO, EPO, POS, and PPO. So an HMO has to do with your particular area and the network that carrier represents. So you have to be able to stay within that carrier. If you have questions about that carrier, reach out to your broker or reach out to me because I will figure it out. EPO is exclusive provider organizations. So that usually has to deal with those that are on the outlying counties of the main area. So in Nevada, right, I live in Reno, Fallon would be an EPO, even though there is a base there and there's a lot of stuff going on there. If they were to go to Banner, it's an EPO because it is out of the normal network.
For clarification, it's a separate EPO from Fallon, for example?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would not fall in without that within the HMO network.
Okay.
So point of sale is where the customer pays less than if they would for an in-network doctor, but they're not necessarily promised to a specific plan. They're going to be paying significantly more for that POS. That's why it's called a POS. Exactly. Thank you, Pops. That's exactly where I was going with that.
It's a piece of shit plan.
It is. Yeah.
And the PPO is just, pussies, penises, and buttholes. Okay.
Well, okay. So there's some positives within a PPO, right? The positives are you are not network bound and it is going to work nationwide instead of just your little home base.
Can you explain network bound? Because that sounds like somebody's going to get hammered in the pooper.
That's exactly what happens. Yeah. So so they can only see certain doctors. They can only see certain specialists. So you are only allowed to see these particular people who are within this very slim network.
Okay.
So it's
That
like,
makes no sense to me. I know that it is a thing, and I know
yeah,
that's how it is, but it makes no
yeah,
sense to me.
you're
It
absolutely
does.
right.
Because what happens if you have this sliver of a network and you have like some ass bag, dick burglar working there? You want to see that person, which happens. I mean, I have walked into doctors' offices
Yeah,
and just got like the bad gut feeling, and I'm like, nope,
Mm-mm.
and I just leave.
exactly.
Nope.
It happens a lot, which
Yeah.
is where you would want to make sure that you look into what providers can be within your network, and B, talk to your broker, because ultimately that broker is going to be able to talk to the carrier and change your what's called a PCP, so your primary care provider.
Okay. Now, when you talk about talking to the broker,
Yep.
you're pretty high up in the food chain, so you could probably get on the phone and call brokers, no problem. But at my level, at the broken person level, uh, you're probably gonna have to be in voice jail and go through all of the crazy horse shit to actually talk to a human being.
You should not. That's the point that I guess I'm trying to make is you should be on a personal relationship with your broker.
Mhm.
Whether you have TRICARE, whether you have an independent carrier in junction with your VA, you should be able to have somebody who you can refer questions to at any point in time. And
That's a
that's where
thing.
that broker.
Yes, and the timing of the show is pretty good because aren't we
Mhm.
up for a renewal now here shortly?
We are, yeah. So Medicare open enrollment or annual enrollment period begins on the 15th, and there are a substantial amount of carriers out there that have VA policies that work in conjunction with them. There's also November 1st through December 15th in whatever state you are in. It does not matter. It is what's called IFP, so Individual Family Plan. That is that open enrollment. That also joins within the Obamacare or ACA. So if you are now, let me just kind of pause here. Veterans who have VA are not able to get an applicable tax credit through the marketplace. Their family can, but they cannot, and they will have to pay for any secondary insurance completely out of pocket. But
Which could be crazy expensive, right?
it could be crazy
Yeah.
expensive, yes, but keep in
I've seen
mind,
some insane things.
oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. Keep in mind that there is a lot of options out there. So you can either have what's called CSRs, which are particular credits based upon your disability or any sort of mental or health ailment that's holding you back from doing your normal daily life.
Mhm.
That credit goes into place. And then if you are underneath the certain poverty level for 2026, unfortunately, they have not released those particular numbers yet, and they'll release them November 1st. So for
For
those
that
that are,
one,
yep, go ahead.
for that one here in Detroit, we have a certain minority class, the vast majority of which I worked in jury law for quite a while,
Yeah.
who are all on full Medicaid.
Yeah.
They just get treated, and then we get other clients in that are, they don't have any coverage and they can't even get to a regular doctor at all. And the level of frustration with the group that can't get coverage, especially while they're sitting next to a room with a group that has full Medicaid simply by virtue of certain minority status,
Yeah.
the frustration level is through the roof.
Basketball Americans?
We may be possibly.
Yeah, possibly talking about
Yeah.
basketball. All right.
So I have
Mhm.
literally seen a minimum of 35-cent difference where Medicaid stops and now you have to pay $350 for your plan for your family. That doesn't help.
35
mitigate
cents.
any of- Yeah, 35 cents. Like that's it. That's it.
Wow.
So and especially with one big beautiful bill coming in, that number is going to be reduced from the 400% down to 150. So there's going to be a massive gap there where
Right.
people are not going to be. Go ahead, Pops. I'm sorry.
All right. So you've been doing this for a while.
I have. Yeah.
Were you doing this when Obama came in with the Obamacare?
So I've been doing this for 12 years. So yes, I have.
So you got to see exactly what
How it
happened
fucked up the system?
after. Yeah, it just nuked the entire system. Correct.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It absolutely did. And, there were people that were completely misinformed of, oh, this is going to help everybody.
You can
And
keep your doctor.
Yeah, yes. So the applicable tax credit only came in during 2020 and has stayed within that, obviously, because they were able to use that because people weren't working. They weren't working their normal hours. They weren't bringing in their normal income. And so they wanted them to be able to have that insurance, which, okay, that's fine. Great. But now you fucked everybody else as we've come out of the pandemic.
All right, Samantha, we have a situation here. We did a GoFundMe for this guy.
Yeah.
About 2 to 3 weeks back.
Okay.
And he's suffering from a skin melanoma.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, he went and tried to get Medicaid or whatever, and they basically told him to pound sand. So,
If you can get him in contact with me, I'll work with
Okay.
him and try and figure out what I can do so that way
All right.
he has things that he
yeah,
needs.
and he's an old ranger. He and I chewed a lot of the same dirt back in the day, so I like to run top cover for the Rangers. That's just how we
Yeah.
roll.
No, and that's that again is just something that I love to do, is be able to facilitate. If I can take the stress off of somebody else by providing information or by helping them navigate the system, that's all that matters to me.
I like it. I like
So,
it. I'm pretty much in the same boat here. I don't do this for the money. I
Right.
just do it to keep dudes
Yeah.
from dying.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, can we go to the next slide, please?
That one?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So when you look at a plan, you should have somebody who's going to explain these things to you. If you do not, you're with the wrong person and you should find somebody else. So the
I have
premium,
never had any of this explained to me.
yeah,
That's right. I
exactly.
mean,
Right. So the premium is the amount of money that you are going to pay for insurance monthly for that plan. So this can be adjusted within the APTC, so the tax credit under Obamacare, or this can also be adjusted if you are disabled and you're not at that limit where you're Medicare eligible, which is 24 months. So the premium is what you're going to pay for that plan. Cost sharing is what comes into place. When you look at the plan policy, it's going to say 30% after deductible. So that is where once you reach that deductible, and we'll go into that, but once you reach that deductible, then you're responsible for that 30%. The deductible is usually a number that you would match before the insurance starts to take any sort of accountability.
some of those deductibles are pretty high.
They are.
They're insane.
Yes,
I've
Right,
heard stories like $10,000-$20,000.
you're right. You are absolutely correct. But usually in those kind of policies, the deductible is the exact same as the maximum out of pocket, which means that that person is paying all of that in order for their plan to work. So it really isn't working for them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't know about you, but if I was working a civilian job when I got divorced and I had to get civilian insurance, and they're like, okay, well, your deductible's $10,000. There's no way I could get medical coverage at all. I can't, the normal person cannot afford coughing up 10 G's.
They can't take a hit like that. They just simply cannot take a hit like that.
Right. But there's a lot of brokers out there that are going to try and sell you that.
Yeah.
Why?
Most of them, in my experience.
More money into their pockets instead of actually benefiting you.
So they're assholes, basically.
Correct. They are. Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen it from the greed mill side. I've seen it from a personal injury law firm side. So
yeah, they probably
it's a greed mill.
Now this is just from my days as working as a broker in mortgages. They'll probably sell you that plan because they get compensation after they close the deal.
Yes.
So as an insurance broker, we don't get paid from the individual. We get paid from the carrier.
Correct.
And there is a specific carrier that is local here where the CEO only refers to me because they know that they're going to be taken care of. It doesn't matter if I'm going to put them on that company's policy or if I'm going to put them on a Medicare policy or a Medicaid policy. They know that no matter what, that client is going to be taken care of. And you should be able to have a broker that's going to respect you in that same manner, no matter what state you're in. So that's kind of how I feel about that.
All right.
So coinsurance, again, comes in within that cost sharing area. It is, again, like that, where it says 15% on there. A lot of companies have that 30% or 50%. So make sure that you ask these questions going forward if you're going to enroll in a policy, because it's your money on the line. It's your care on the line. And even though in today's society, if we walk into the emergency room and we just sneeze, it's a $10,000 bill, we don't necessarily want to hit that. We want to be able to have the rest of our care throughout that. Steve, can you hit the next one?
Okay.
Were there any questions? Did you guys have any questions on that?
Well, here's the thing is,
yeah.
Are there plans out there where you don't have to cough up 10,000 goddamn dollars?
There are, but you as the consumer have to pay attention to that. So it's going to say deductible. Let's say that you are enrolling in yourself and 3 kids. It's when you look at that, it's going to say deductible of 84,000 or 8,400. Sorry, 8,400. But when you look at the plan details, it's going to have an individual part within that. It's just that your family deductible is that high. So it doesn't matter who hits that family deductible. If they hit that, the entire family is covered.
I know, but $8,400. That's going to be tough.
Yep. Which means that for the individual, because of the way that the insurance system works, it's $4,200 for that individual, and it doesn't matter which individual. It's a lot. Yeah. It is a lot, and with everything going on, there's things that we as Americans should be able to have as a right, but we are the only people that do not have the healthcare system as just a right of being an American.
All right. Now, I hear what you're saying in regards to that.
Yeah.
But the Canadian government supposedly has socialized healthcare.
They do.
And we have every single day, there is a caravan of sick Canadians coming over to America to get treatment because the waiting lists over there are astronomically long.
Correct.
England is the same.
I had an associate of mine. I wouldn't say he's a friend. He was a kickboxer back in the day. Very arrogant kind of individual, but really good. And he fought out of Windsor. And I used to go over there and give it, spar with him, get him ready for fights and stuff.
Mhm.
And he died in
Oh.
his lazy boy chair, waiting on a list to get heart valve surgery.
Yep.
And he was like 44.
Yep.
And that waiting, this is just secondhand knowledge here, but from what I remember, that waiting list was 16 months long.
Yeah.
So here's the problem when you involve government in healthcare, unless you've got a small, very efficient country like Switzerland or Denmark.
Yes.
They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
The government does not care about you. You are a number. It's literally all you are.
Correct.
So they don't have any interest in or concern for your well-being. You're just a number.
You're absolutely correct. And with a socialized or universal health insurance program, those are some of the caveats that we have to learn how to mitigate if we're ever put in that, or a Medicare for all. We're going to have to mitigate that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the most concerning to me is that people that should have availability to insurance are either being told, no, you can't have it. No, it's not applicable with your VA. Or no, you're not able to receive it because you make that 35 cents more. When there's a lot of options within the system that nobody talks about because it does not benefit somebody else. It benefits the person.
All right.
Yeah, there's I've been to a lot of countries and I've seen healthcare work and I've seen healthcare not work. I believe that everybody should have access to healthcare. I do, but I don't think in the United States of America in particular, the way to do that is to turn it over to government. Our government is too big and our country is too big. If you want everybody to have access to healthcare, get government all the way out of it.
Correct.
And the problem in America will rectify itself.
Yes.
If we're living on rainbows and fairy dreams, of course, right? That's the way that we're going to want things to happen. But that honestly, if we're looking at the reality of things, that is never going to happen. Why? Because it takes too much money out of the government and puts the people responsible for their own care.
I'm okay with that, though.
You're right. There's a lot of people that are okay with that. Yeah. But
I'm okay with government not having any money.
Here's the thing is we have like a tidal wave of sheeple who are, let's just say they are not healthy at all.
Yes.
And they were the people who could not get insurance prior to Obamacare because they were just a health liability.
They were uninsurable.
Hang on. Now we're all paying for the people who are uninsurable now.
Yep. So, even if we talk about Champ VA, right, that money goes towards people who are like children, spouses, people who take care of particular VA. That money goes toward other bills within the system. It doesn't go necessarily toward making sure that our people are taken care of.
Yep.
So, hey, Steve, can we actually go to the PMC source of health insurance private?
PMC source of health.
Yeah.
Is that the next slide?
Is that the next slide? What are we talking here?
It should be. Yes. Well, possibly.
Let me go to the next slide and yes.
So we're going to go to actually the next link that I provided you.
The next link or the next mail? PMC. Oh, I see. Stand by.
I'm patient.
That one?
There we go.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so this comes directly from the actual government. They did this research within there. And if you can scroll down, continue, keep going.
What am I looking for?
Right there. So where it says resource of health insurance private. So the vast majority of population, about 47%, is covered by private health insurance. Those under 65 and their dependents obtain private insurance, whether it is through the employers or by the individual. This is with or without VA insurance. So VA is not necessarily an insurance program. It is an insurance system. It's a healthcare system. So what I mean by that is, go ahead.
No, you just kicked right into the question that I was going to ask.
Okay.
So please do continue.
Yeah. So a healthcare system is where it is paid for federally, like Medicare, right? It's paid for federally. The doctors are paid federally. And then the difference between health insurance is it is a contract between either the employer or the individual with that specific carrier as a promissory note to be able to provide the particular information within the plan. Because there is no particular information within the VA system, it does not and has the ability to deny any and all coverage that you might be able to seek. So being able, it can deny you for anything.
Fuck straight off.
No, again, I've heard that hundreds of times.
Yeah.
And they did that a lot after Vietnam with the Agent Orange.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got an uncle that
they did.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're fine, fuck off, you know. And it wasn't until almost 2 decades later, when they actually, oh no, Agent Orange really was a carcinogenic, and they have a whole, mass grave of guys who passed away from it already. A lot of
I lost an uncle with that.
Yeah. So if you actually look within the VA system, there are certain parameters within their disability area of those that have been that have come in contact with Agent Orange, or those that were in NOM prior to 68, and how the warfare affected those individuals, and they're able to have a particular amount of disability because of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at this figure, 61% are through employer group insurance. But if you're talking about VA, a lot of times, and I have several corporate clients where they say, oh no, they have VA, they're good. And I said, are you willing to sign a waiver on their behalf if you don't want them to come in and have that conversation? Oh no. Great, because they're entitled to this.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
Now, say that again for the kids in the back of the class.
That's a 3-snapper right there.
It is. So if you are working somewhere and you have VA benefits, you are still able to have employer or group insurance. And that, honestly,
That's
the best way to go. 95%
really useful
of the
information.
time, the employer pays anywhere between 40 to 70% of that insurance bill. So you don't have to come out of pocket anywhere between, $700 to more if you're adding children and a spouse.
Over the past, decade, when I've talked to guys, some of them actually were able to negotiate higher pay because they weren't taking company medical benefits. They were on VA.
Correct. That is
Yep.
also something that I have sat down with those individuals and said, hey, so since you're not costing the company anything, have you thought about?
So right here, I can say that I know an office of attorneys, Tracy's attorneys, Pop, that could use this as professional development material, and that would be a billable item.
It absolutely would be.
They need to hear what you just said, because I've heard this stuff before. And no, you can't mix and match the two and this, that, and the other. And obviously you just said, yes, you can have VA and you can have insurance. If you're interested, I will ask those attorneys if they would like a professional development course.
I'm happy to help wherever I can help. They don't need to pay a fee. I'm just happy to help wherever I can help.
Charge them. They're attorneys. That's what they're for. Bill the attorney. You're supposed to bill them. My point being, we had clients come through who were veterans and in situations similar to this, and our attorneys knew nothing. I know nothing about it. Had I known, I would have told my attorney, no, you need to do this.
Right, because as a VA, you're only told, great, you have these VA benefits because you've come out of this system where everything was taken care of. You needed to see a doctor while you were enlisted. Great, it was applicable. You needed to have some sort of blood pressure medication. It was applicable. You had all of these different things that you had access to while you were enlisted. And the moment that you're enlisted, it's kind of like a kick in the ass that says, all right, see you later. Good luck with that. We're not going to tell you any information.
That's pretty much how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those not in the know, I'm a private paralegal, which is why I know this stuff. So anyway, carry on.
So when we look at this, right, we have this employer group, 61%, non-group insurance, which means that people who are seeking individual insurance for them or their family, 13%. Medicare is also that 13%, but something that they did not take into account within this graph is those that have VA and Medicare. So the only way that VA will benefit you within any Medicare information is if you have a Medicare Advantage policy. Within that, you have covered vision, dental, hearing. You have some fitness related benefits where if you have original, you're on the bill for everything.
What is original in this context?
Sure. So original Medicare is Medicare A, which you're entitled to as a citizen. Medicare B, which you earn by working at least 10 quarters out of your lifespan before you are eligible for it.
Wait. How does one work 10 quarters, being that there are only 4 quarters in a whole?
You're right.
2.5 years.
Right. So it calculates that you need to work that many. So you basically need to work, 2.5 years?
2.5 years out of your entire goddamn lifespan.
Right. In order for you to have Medicare B. But still, with Medicare B, it comes out of your Social Security. And this year, they bumped it up by 11.6%. So it's $288 that you cannot get away from unless you are a veteran. Because the VA actually steps in and helps cover that information on that end.
Now, $288
monthly.
What's that? $288 monthly? Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's
Right, and that's a lot.
Right there, man. Oof.
When you're only bringing in whatever, and let's say 2,600, and you're literally trying to survive within this economical range, that's a big cut. That's your groceries. That's your power bill. That's your phone.
Yeah.
That's your rent. That's your insurance on your car. Like it's a huge difference.
That's a huge number. When you're on a fixed income, that's a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, it is. And also, if you do not have credible coverage after 65, so you have 3 months to enroll in Medicare, you have the birth of your birth month, and then you have 3 months afterwards. If you don't enroll within that period, they're going to charge you 10% for the rest of the time. So that 10% is added to whatever is taken out.
Wow. That's some fucked up shit, man.
It is some fucked up shit. I completely agree with you.
I didn't even
Wow.
know.
That information there, can we get that on a sheet of paper or something? Because that would be really useful to put up.
Yeah.
I will send you my university information that I share, and I will give you the whole entire spread of explaining Medicare A, Medicare B,
holy balls,
descriptions of the drug program. Also, you will get penalized if you don't enroll in that in a specific time. So I will provide that to you so it can be at your access. Yeah. They're going to find you wherever they possibly can. But here's the thing. If you are on VA insurance or healthcare system, it is what's called a minimal essential coverage. So it literally covers the bare minimum within any health insurance, within any Medicare plans, within any Medicaid plans. Whether it costs you money out of your pocket or not, it is the bare minimum that you could have.
What does bare minimum look like?
Sure.
Are you able to define that?
I am. Let me search for exactly where we want to go. Give me just a second and I'll be able to answer that question.
Now, if you'd like to share something that you didn't share with me, there is in the center of your console a button with a plus in it. Looks like a monitor with a plus in it. You can hit that and do share screen.
Okay, I think I shared it with you. Just give me just a moment so that way I can.
I have all of your notes here.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Battledorf, if we can actually go to where it says http://veterans.com.
Veteran.com, VA healthcare other insurance.
Yes, sir.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4th tab. Don't read that HTTP thing. That's terrible. Sure. Don't do that. That's awful.
Yeah, we get it.
Let's see here. Is that your baby?
It is not, but this is an okay one to cover as well. Go ahead and scroll.
Hold up.
So this is what goes over
the
applicable tax.
That's veteran.com.
Right.
Let's see. Express. Noah, where is it in your link stack there?
Sure. Give me a second. So the contact.
That's the only veteran.com. Is that one?
Yeah, we have somebody in this chat saying, well, that makes the 65 and out plan all that more appealing.
It actually does, because there's a lot that works with you. So,
yeah, right in the pooper.
Do you see the part where it says, what does VA healthcare cover, and the next section is what.
Yes, you want that link?
Yes, please. The one that's right above that.
That's the one that we're looking at.
Do it.
So maybe if I scroll down
Let me see.
like that.
Perfect.
There we
Yes.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry. That was obviously
That's okay.
a blonde moment. I'm dumb
That's
sometimes.
okay.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
You're in a room with two guys with damaged thinking meat. It's not like you're
Okay. All right. So this is what the VA covers. Now, there will be times where you will be charged for some of this coverage unless you have a secondary plan. The VA passed a law in 2018 where if you have a secondary plan, that plan is actually going to be your first plan and is going to be charged first for any sort of care. And then that the VA will be secondary as it is not considered a health insurance, but a health.
I believe that's the same for TRICARE as well.
It
'Cause
is.
my
Yes.
daughters were on their mother's healthcare plan, and then we got residuals
Yep.
from the VA from the was it TRICARE?
Yeah, exactly. So health exams, these are literally going to be your basic, how are you feeling today? Do you have any problems? What's going on? That's what that's going to be. It's not going to be a normal, it's not going to be a normal health exam. It's like
I
a
love
primary
that
care.
voice. I love that voice. That was hilarious.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I mean, with the next one, it says health education, but I mean, obviously, who the fuck are we joking? There's not going to be any health education within that. They're just going to be like, here you go. Here's what's going on. We're going to send you for labs, and we're not going to give you any answers.
Yeah, figure it
clipboard,
out.
15 questions, off you go.
Right, exactly. Immunizations are always going to be covered, no matter if you are going to stick with your VA or if you are going to use it as a secondary and have a plan as your first. Immunizations are always going to be covered, as well as colonoscopies, prostate exams.
The camera up the ass. Yes.
Right.
I hate it.
That's the military for you. Any excuse to do you up the ass.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Any sort of, injection with zinc, they're going to try and give you pops. So that's just where that comes
Yeah.
in.
God damn it. You're pulling out the zinc.
But that's,
Well played, Sam. Well
those are
played.
going to be covered by no matter what coverage you choose, including keeping VA as your secondary. Genetic counseling and disease, obviously, if you have a history of some particular cancer, they're going to cover the cost of that genetic testing, but also your other insurance will cover that as well. So it's like I have genetic Lynch syndrome, which has given me the cancers that it has. And my daughter has the same gene and she's 20. So she knows she has to be on top of, and she got her testing done as soon as she was able to. That's what she did for her 18th birthday, was get her testing done. So it's covered by that particular insurance. It doesn't matter if it's VA or if it's a separate one. It's going to be covered.
All right.
Dialysis is where it's going to be kind of tricky. Because you need to read the fine print on those, and it's going to specifically say within the VA documentation that it'll only cover a certain amount. Once you have surpassed that certain amount, they're going to qualify you as disabled. They're going to then enroll you into SSDI, which is Social Security Disability. And then 24 months after that, regardless of your age, you will be applicable for Medicare.
And you will die by then.
You will die by then. Exactly. Their whole goal is to not fix you. Their whole goal is to go, cool, here's what's fucked up with you, and we're going to just move on. All right?
If you don't have dialysis like every 3 to 5 days, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of veteran people that I have kind of run all of this by. And one of them was on dialysis and said that the VA only covered a certain number and did not tell him when his number was up or what number that was. And then he went in for his next visit and they were like, oh, cool. Well, it's going to be $750. What? Yeah, you reached your limit.
That's just fucking sadistic.
Right.
That's sadistic.
That's fucked up. That's the reason in the future you're going to have more of these Luigi Mangione kind of systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me kind of take a step back on that.
All right.
Being somebody who is in the healthcare industry,
Uh-huh.
as well as somebody who uses healthcare for their daily living, in order for me to be able to be here, I completely understand why he did what he did. Was he right? No.
But I get it.
I can understand something without condoning it.
When you mess with people and you promise them something and it doesn't follow through, there's obviously going to be aggravation. Was that correct? No, it was not. There were other ways to go around it. But that's somebody who did not have the resources or access to ask the questions that he should have.
Yes.
The system is not set up to help. The system is set up to support the system.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's the thing. If we tell you everything that's going on, what does that mean? Oh, that means that the insurance system is going to be paying more because you know more. You know your plan. You know what's going to be covered. And you, the insurance industry is then going to have to raise costs because of your knowledge. And that's not fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
Like I have to.
When we were covering on that whole shooting thing, I brought up an analogy about, say you're a veteran and you have a particular set of skills, because we're at war for 20 plus years. We have a bunch of combat veterans.
Right.
They're getting treated for some form of cancer.
Yeah.
And you're going in for your next visit and they're like, oh, sorry, you're not covered anymore. You hit your limit or whatever reason.
Yeah.
That person might feel a certain way about that. And that's not the person that you really want mad at you in that kind of way.
Right. It's all the insurance companies and I mean, honestly, the federal government does not necessarily want you to use your insurance policies. They don't want you to understand your insurance policies because that means that you'll actually be better. You'll actually be able to function. Go ahead. Battledore.
This is a relevant question from the chat, even though it's not a super chat. I'm going to read it. Sean St. George says, wait, if you demonstrate that you are knowledgeable with health insurance, you're going to be charged more. Did I hear that right?
So let me explain that. Rates change within a year. The more people that are educated and use their benefits, because you are using those benefits that they're not used to people being used or having the knowledge where they can just rake you over the coals, it's going to cause an increase in whatever system you have. Because that means that the insurance company is now paying out more for those specific programs or tests that were potentially covered by the insurance. But you're not supposed to know that information.
So it's a cause and effect scenario.
Right.
That's just fucked.
So to what Pop said about guys with nothing left to lose, when you give a guy with nothing left to lose an excuse, things happen, but there is actually a worse scenario because a lot of these guys are part of close-knit units. And if that close-knit unit of guys is all still alive and one of their buddies dies because of neglect or something like that, you run the risk of that close-knit unit going, okay, it's time to get some payback for Bob.
Exactly.
And now you don't have a guy who's dying coming for you. You've got 10 of his closest buddies.
Yep.
And that becomes, and I'm not condoning this, I'm understanding it.
Yes.
You got 10 of his closest buddies coming for you. And if you've got 10 guys from a close-knit unit coming for you, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're done.
Right. So,
you're just
I
done.
mean, my feeling is if you're going to pay for any sort of insurance, or if you have any sort of health system care that is available to you, you should know how to use it to the best of your ability.
Mhm.
It is there for that. It's not there to benefit other people or to benefit the healthcare system. It is there to make sure that, hey, guess what? We found some polyps and we're going to make sure that we take care of things. Here's the next step.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Sam, but you're really giving us something here tonight that's extremely useful, because I'm certain there are guys out there right now who, I mean, the purpose of us being here at all is to help guys from making that last final bad decision.
Right.
And there's a lot of guys out there who would be making last bad final decisions based on not knowing these things. So you're actually providing a tremendous service to the community. And thank you for that.
Thank you.
With that, let's kind of take a dive into, mental health. A couple days ago was Mental Health Awareness Day. And let's be very frank, very honest. The VA gives no shit about your mental health.
No. Zero.
So,
let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons that I don't go to the VA and use any of their mental health resources is because I will wind up on a fucking list.
Yep.
More than likely, they're going to give me head meds, which I've already taken.
Yep.
It didn't work for me and made me miserable.
Right.
So would I be better off trying to find, somebody that takes TRICARE that's not actually in the VA system?
Yes, you would. Because you would not end up on a list. It is then considered an individual policy.
Pop, you and I are already on all the very best lists. Let's be between what you did and what I did, we're on all the best lists already.
I do navigate PTSD. It does screw with my life pretty bad. So
yeah, as well as a lot of the people that I have talked to. It's just a constant issue that the VA has not helped with, and they have had to learn to mitigate around a specific situation because of that.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to that person.
Mm-mm.
But with the second, or well, I guess it would be the primary insurance, because VA would be secondary, there's mental health issued within that.
Okay.
And you would not be put on a list for that.
What we need for a lot of guys out there is a proper Ranger TV program.
Yeah.
Pop and I used to use Ranger TV therapy when I first came back to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Light a fire in the stove. He had a wood burning stove that we installed at his house.
That was hilarious.
Well, your pipe is in my eye. We would sit there with this wood burning stove and just stare at it. Neither of us would say a fucking word for like 2 hours. We just stare at the fucking stove.
No, there was a lot of
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd drink a shot or two of whiskey and eat pizza rolls.
Right, but here's
and that was our therapy.
Right. People don't understand that.
They don't have to. It's not for them.
Right. Psychiatrists and psychologists are not looking into the silent factor of the group.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because sometimes just being able to just sit there around the fire and say nothing is completely, significantly more beneficial than sitting in the chair for an hour and a half with one other person next to you who does not understand anything that you were saying.
Yep. Yeah, they don't even begin to understand. There's a couple of schools in the military where the end of the course is literally they make a big bonfire and just leave you sitting around it while you deal with the fact that you just finished the school.
Yeah.
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 So
But we don't have
that's a
those
very real thing for us.
programs. We don't have those programs available for everybody within all of the states.
Yep.
We'll make
There
there you
are
go, Pop.
specific states where
We're
they
trying.
are trying to keep any sort of other option out of range for the people who actually need it.
We need a Ranger TV program where guys can just show up and there'll be a fucking fire and a fucking pot of coffee and a fucking bottle of whiskey. You can pick your beverage
You gotta
and
have,
just sit there. What?
you gotta have stew.
Oh, and stew. Yeah, I can do
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And you just you walk in, you grab your beverage of choice and some stew and a chunk of bread, and you sit there and stare at the fire. Nobody's got to say a damn word because it's not necessary.
Yeah.
And then when you're satisfied that you have watched enough Ranger TV,
Or if you want to talk,
go
then
about your way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. You can talk if you want to, obviously, but there's no requirement for it.
Right. Right. But there's not that option. There's that option when you're in it. There's that option to be silent when you are within the program is what I'm going to literally say it as, because you're being programmed for specific different things. Whether it is
To break things.
they are great things. I mean, let's be honest, they are great things, but they've also programmed you to tell you that nothing is going to help besides VA.
No. To break things.
Oh, yes, perfect. I think
right.
that would be, beneficial.
I reject your reality and substitute my own. I think this is a program we need to think about, Pop.
Yeah.
I think we need to write a Ranger TV program, because if guys can go, wait a minute, let's just start a Ranger TV program in our town.
Mhm.
Anybody can do it because there's no cost, really.
You know what would be great for that is the sponsorships.
Yeah. That's actually a good idea.
Yep.
Because that would be
it
able
is a
to
low cost program that
everybody.
would be effective.
Yep.
So let me ask you a couple questions.
Go ahead.
All right. Hypothetically, let's just say we had an individual in the regiment who came down with some rare type of cancer.
Yep.
And it requires a special type of medicine that the VA doesn't offer.
Perfect.
What is the mechanism they could use to get their hands on that medication?
So the first thing that they would look at, depending on their age, is Medicaid. If they are able to access Medicaid, and Medicaid does take into account certain diagnoses, regardless of the amount that you make, you have to fight for it. But it does take that into account.
In regards to the Medicare, Medicaid thing, like
Yes.
my mother is in a rest home now.
Right.
And I think she had Medicare, and they only really, like, 90 days was the limit, and then you had to go to
Medicare will not cover long-term care at
Yeah.
all. And it's your responsibility to cover that.
So, and then she had to go to Medicaid, or one of those two.
Yep.
But she had to surrender 2 life insurance policies valued at
That is-
$200,000.
Yep, that is because of Medicare, because of the amount that they were able to facilitate. Also, cannot stress enough, do not put anything in your name as far as life insurances. Please meet with somebody, put that into a living trust.
Oh, here we go.
And make sure that you have somebody who is a beneficiary, because that living trust cannot be touched within any sort of long-term care facility.
Samantha, say all of that again slowly for the kids in the back
Sure.
of the room.
Sure. I'll put on my elevator voice. Welcome to information of long-term care facility. Please put all of the information within a living trust, LIVING space TRUST.
All right.
With this information, you will not be able to have any sort of information or monies coming out of the living trust for long-term care.
All right. Well, we're going to have to get a guest who actually knows how to do asset protection and get him on the show.
Yes.
Hey, Samantha,
Yeah.
meet the button pushing monkey.
Oh, hello, Jimmy.
How we doing, everybody?
Good, how are you?
Oh, a long day at work.
So,
Does that
Jimmy,
mean we're
were
about
you
that
having a
time?
hard time? Jimmy, were you having a hard time with your computer?
I don't know what the hell it was. Murphy showed up and, well, he had did Murphy things.
Uh-huh. Now, if you're using Windows 10,
Oh,
go download all of the updates and patches, and then you should be able to extend your coverage of Windows 10 until October of 2026.
All right. Yeah, I'll get on that probably tomorrow night then.
All right.
I mean, you're really going to have to pay attention to what it is because some of them are only going to the end of November of 2025. So it depends on what kind of system or laptop that you're on.
Oh, joy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, where were we?
I mean, Jimmy joined. Is it super chat time?
No.
No.
not yet.
We've
Okay.
got quite a ways to go yet.
Okay, perfect. All right. Pops, did you have any more questions that I might be able to address?
Well, my question is this: say you apply for your VA stuff and they deny you. What are some of the recourses a person will have?
So if you apply for your VA and they deny you, that means that you are applicable for the ACA APTC, so the Affordable Health Care Act, applicable tax care credit within any sort of market insurance that you are in, which is where you would want to meet with a broker.
Uh-huh.
If you sign into all of this information, it will give you after your application, it'll give you all of the options that are available to you in regards to this tax credit. The tax credit goes toward making the premium less.
Okay. Do you know what that tax credit is for this year?
So the tax credit is per individual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is why that application is very important. And knowing what you're eligible for is very important. If you become to a point where you're not eligible for a tax credit, but then it's saying, oh, hey, you're eligible for Medicare or Medicaid, it's going to kick it over to that system. Now, that system may ask you for more information regarding your income, citizenship, if you have any children, like things like that. How are you paying your rent if you're not making any income? That's where these kind of things come into place for that.
All right.
And then you need to provide them directly to that specific source. Yes, Battledore.
So one of the guys in the YouTube chat has asked a significant question, and he threw $5 at us. Mario Trio says, I have NF and a split spinal cord. I've been trying for the last 2 years to see a neurologist only to get the runaround. Even my broker is out of ideas. He clearly needs to see a neurologist. Is there anything that he can do?
Absolutely. Apply for Social Security disability income. If he is not able to work or do things within his normal parameters of his regular job, he could be subject to being able to have Social Security disability income.
Okay.
When that Social Security disability income comes into place, since he is not able to have any sort of other income coming in, Medicare is going to look at that, and they're going to start the date of 24 months from that date. And he also should apply for Medicaid within his specific state.
Okay.
If he has any questions, please feel free to reach out to Pops, and I will kind of walk you through and get you connected with somebody.
With the Medicaid, Medicare thing, though, if they will take your house as well, won't they?
No, they cannot.
Mm-mm.
They cannot
They
take
can-
assets. They can take it into accountability as far as an investment that you may have, but Medicare and Medicaid, cars and homes are not subject to being determined within the final determination of income.
Yeah, but the thing is, can they put a lien on the property so when you die, they
No.
can get their money back?
No. So
'Cause
whoever told you that,
I've talked to several guys that have had that happen.
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they should
Oh,
not.
up!
No. No, it is literally written within the government documentation that homes and cars are not able to be counted as a particular, if you have one home, right? If you have one car, if you have multiple, then it's a different story. But your primary residence and your primary vehicle cannot be counted toward any sort of asset income.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Guy says, my VA just fucked me in a community care consult. Nobody
Ugh.
told me my consult was 2 weeks expired and it's cardiology. I
Uh-huh.
went in for my annual cardiology and now they're billing me and the VA refuses to pay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Because you have no secondary insurance and you went outside of the VA's parameters without their permission.
Ruh-roh.
This is what you need to do if that happens. You need to write a letter directly to the dude running the VA. It'll get handed off to one of his lackeys, and they could, because I've had that for an MRI. I got hit with a $1,700 MRI bill.
Yep.
Oh, fun.
And I was from Henry Ford. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I wrote the letter to the VA.
Yep.
And then I got a call from Henry Ford 2 weeks later, and they're like, just pay us $100 and you're good.
Yeah.
And that's how it went down.
Yeah. So veterans with ongoing physical or mental health problems are significantly less than their healthy peers to report within a supported program because they're not being checked on. They're not being asked those questions because they don't feel comfortable with going to the VA for anything because they've already been burned by it.
Yeah.
I only go to the VA near me for the emergency room because the wait time
I
is
haven't-
nothing.
I haven't been back in 16 years
Ugh.
to the VA. Haven't been there in 16 years.
Yep.
So here's the thing about emergencies. If we're talking about emergencies, the VA, they will accept and approve any emergent situation within the closest hospital facility to you. So it does not have to be the VA. If you get a bill for that, send it back to the VA and they will take care of it.
Yeah, but
Really? That's really
VA
useful.
It's not that far from here. I think I've been to their emergency room at least 8 times in the past 20 years.
Okay.
And that's usually in regards to like a migraine headache problem
Mhm.
and then a kidney stone and some other minor bullshit. Though even though
Right.
that kidney stone did not feel minor, I don't ever want to
no.
go through that again.
No, they never do. And I'm sure that they gave you some sort of medication for that, correct?
Toradol.
Right. So let's kind of take that and go into formularies within specific insurances. So the formulary is something that is called a PDP within the Medicare system, or an MAPD if you're on an Advantage plan, or just a prescription drug if you're on a regular plan. It is very important because they change these policies and plans at any time. You may be covered for a specific medication for 2.5 years, and now you're going to refill that, and it doesn't cover what it is.
That happened to me with Benacar.
Yeah, so
It
making
went,
sure that
it went
you
from like a $15 payment once a month for that to $270.
right.
And
So
I'd already been
something
taking it for like almost a decade, so I was used to it.
right. There is a thing called coordination of care within the insurance industry. This basically covers you for about 3 months during that transitional period for you to be able to have the normal prescription that you were on, and transfer into something that is covered within your insurance. People don't talk about it, but it's there. You have to file a form for it through TRICARE. You have to file a form through it if you're just on regular insurance. And then if you are on any sort of TRICARE, you're going to need to talk to somebody about filing a form for coordination of care.
Uh-huh. I just green braid that shit. So I get
Yeah.
the Benacar.
Okay. But there's a lot of people that aren't either comfortable in doing that, or they don't know what to do because in their mind they're like, oh, this is now no longer available, and I'm pretty much, out of luck for shit.
Pop, the Green Beret network is a closed loop, man.
Yes, I know. I mean, I could literally get my hands whenever I want if I really need it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, our MOS, we work literally alongside of you guys all the time, and we don't have access to the Green Beret loop most of the time.
yeah, I know.
Right.
I got
Well,
it.
and that's one thing that nobody really talks about is that the VA is going to treat you differently depending on where you came from.
Yeah.
That's just blatant, honest information.
No, Sam, the Green Beret loop is a very specific thing.
Yes, the Green
Right.
Beret Express.
It's yeah.
But
Right.
but when I do go to the VA, I mean, they have my record right there and all that
Yep.
stuff. So.
Yep. But if you have that other insurance should be within your record information as well.
Yeah, the Green Beret Express is not insurance. It's just you get on the phone and you call your buddies like, hey, I'm looking
Correct.
for this thing. Do you know what?
Yep.
Can you ask some people? And before you know it, I get a call from another guy. Hey, you looking for Benacar? Yeah. What can you do for me? And
Yeah.
we work it out.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. You know how to be able to work around those things.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Okay, where are we? When last seen, the last thing we were looking at was
Okay.
Well,
this is services, other services the VA covers, services that the VA does not cover.
Yeah.
Newly
next.
available. I don't think any of us need
Let's look
abortion
at how
counseling.
VA works with TRICARE.
There, let's
because
talk about that.
That not only affects POPs, but that really affects,
There's a lot of us.
I think it's actually 64% of veterans that this affects. So TRICARE is a healthcare platform for active duty, National Guard, and Reserve member services, retired services members. You basically have to be indoctrinated into TRICARE. Not everybody is applicable to TRICARE, and they don't say that. Every VA facility has TRICARE point of contact, but it does not mean that they're going to be able to pay based upon the TRICARE information if you look it up online. So you have to be able to mitigate those factors. You have to be able to stand up for yourself and say, hey, legally, here's what it says. Here's what I'm entitled to. Here's where it stands. Fix it.
Now, let's hit the pause button right there.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, You have to be able to say legally this is what it says. Where do we find that particular legal information?
You can find that information on tricare.com. And then you'll be able to pick exactly what parameter that you are. Like Pop is on TRICARE East, and he'll be able to pull up everything. There is a section that I sent to you that is the TRICARE formulary near the bottom.
Military times veterans. Do I have a search here? Let's see.
You're looking for TRICARE?
Yeah, I found it. 5 TRICARE formulary checklists.
Perfect.
That is in Express Scripts. Stand by. I will find that correct one here.
They have to, by law, put out exactly what they cover, the amount that they cover, where it is within. So there's tiers within the formulary system.
Okay.
If it is a first tier, it's normally generic. If it is a second tier, it's something that you might be able to have as a generic brand. And if it is tier 3, it is specialized. And tier 4 usually goes into like chemo and those kind of major things. So this TRICARE formulary search, you can put in the medication that you're on.
Type in Benicar.
Yeah.
Steve, type in Benicar.
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 Okay. And how many milligrams are you taking?
I believe it's 25 milligrams.
Is it topical?
There's 5, 20, 40.
It's a 20
go ahead and put
milligram.
that R back on there, Steve, and it's actually going to. Perfect. Okay.
I got it.
Perfect.
Patient biological sex grown in a government lab.
Yeah.
Patient age unknown.
So that patient age is actually really important because, as we know, insurance is age banded. So as you get older, it's going to cost more for your care, especially as you go into a Medicare age of 65.
Correct. Thinking. There we go.
Awesome. So
there you go.
With this home delivery covers a 90-day supply, and it shouldn't cost you more than $13.
All right.
Retail, meaning if you actually go to somewhere and pick it up per month, it's going to cost you $16.
Why were they charging me $270 a couple of years back?
Right, exactly. Because they could, and you did not know information.
Oh, I'm not paying that kind of money for that.
Right. But
my anus has to be falling out of my butthole without paying for shit like that. I mean, come on.
You're always prairie dogging? Is that what you're saying?
I can't do it.
Wow. Always prairie dogging.
I like it.
Sam is a regiment member for more than one reason.
That
was good.
No, that's funny. That's good shit right there.
Solid burn.
That's good shit.
But I mean, this is where you can look up your information if you're on TRICARE. If you are on other insurance, literally you can Google search the particular insurance that you're on and put in formulary, formulary, and it will bring up what is covered under what particular tier. And usually there is a generic that you can get to that will not cost you more than $15, $13, sometimes $3 if there's a generic available.
All right, cool. But yeah, I mean, this is a dry subject, but once you get north of 40, you need to start paying attention to this because you more than likely you're going to need it.
You do. Yeah. Well, and there's more and more veterans that are of a younger age that have families that are leaving and becoming more civilian, and they're not being told that these are available options to them.
Yeah.
So
I know that to be true.
Because I didn't really need any types of medications until I was about 42, 43.
right. And when did you leave?
I got out of the service when I was 49.
Okay.
That's when they medically retired me.
Right. So they still kept you guessing for several years after that. To some point.
To some point, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Being able to have somebody who's going to be able to provide all of the information is what's key. And
so can you hire somebody to do this research for you? Is that a thing?
No, you cannot. Brokers cannot accept any sort of payment from individuals in order to investigate this. This should just be done on good cause.
Yeah, good luck with that. We're a bunch of evil hairless monkeys or stink pigs. I mean,
all right. So let's start this over. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm willing to be able to facilitate any sort of care that you need and also be able to provide anybody that you need to get in contact with within any state.
all right.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
there you have it.
Yeah, that's just who I am. So
let's throw one more thing in here, because we're getting close to super chats. What about chopper care?
So again,
what about dental care? Because your teeth, once you start to get older, kind of a big deal.
Yep. You will need to purchase your own dental vision care. It's just something that's going to need to happen. They will cover the bare minimum. So they'll cover a vision exam, but they won't necessarily cover your glasses or frames or anything like that. For dental work, they'll cover some of your x-rays. Panoramic x-rays are not normally covered underneath things, as normal fillings will be, but any sort of major extractions or things like that will not be, and you'll have to figure out how to cover that on your own.
That's fucked up.
What does this do? What does this thing do?
Yeah, so the pharmacy benefits, this gives you the ability. So if we look at that top section, we can see that the VA pharmacy benefit changed in July. Nobody was notified that it changed in July.
What row?
So those people who were on particular plans, who were on particular medications, come June.
Fucked in the ass.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there was no lube included within any of that.
Yep.
So, now they're having to pay out of pocket because nobody informed them that anything had changed. So this particular site is a very important if you are staying with strictly VA national formulary information. If you have TRICARE, then the other form would be acceptable. If you have any sort of Medicare or state insurance, you're going to want to look particularly within those areas, because every area is not the same as another one.
Okay. I don't know, man. So you can't get prescriptions from the VA anymore? I mean, what's going on with that?
You can get certain prescriptions from the VA, but they have severely diminished their formulary. So if we click on that, it's going to open up an Excel spreadsheet. You don't have to do it, Battledorf, but it's going to open up an Excel spreadsheet. And it's going to basically give you all of the information of all the drugs. And then it's going to give you the codes on whether it is accepted, whether it is something that needs to be underwritten by your primary care provider or by a specialist. If it's something that has to have a 7-day prescription for before you get your 30-day, that's where you're going to find the VA national formulary within this. And it is a lot of particular information. So if you are on VA, this is where you should go.
Okay.
Like only VA. If you have no TRICARE, no Medicare, no Medicaid, no anything, strictly VA.
So you threw me this tab. I am going to throw it up because this is part of the reason we did this show to fucking begin with tonight. Researchers examine why health and social services go unused by veterans.
Yes.
Because we don't understand what's going on and you keep fucking us in the goat ass. That's why we're not using these services. And that applies to old veterans like Pop and me, and it applies to new veterans. We don't trust you guys. If there are any VA people out there listening to any of this at all, we don't fucking trust you. Returning to civilian life can be challenging for veterans. While there are many programs and services aimed at helping them readjust, some veterans do not take advantage of these supportive services. A Penn State-led research team examined factors that are associated with program non-use among new veterans who recently left active duty services. And these links will be made available in the whole thing, but it basically goes through and they say veterans vary with respect to the difficulty or ease with which they reintegrate to civilian life. You fucking think. It's not yet clear what factors contribute to how the transition plays out. One factor appears to be the extent to which veterans make connections to their community, including tapping into the plethora of resources available to support them. I want to say this about that. There are so many things out there that claim to be veteran services that we get overwhelmed and we get analysis paralysis. We're like, I'm not going through these. I'm just going to do what I'm just going to do.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this. Fuck you. I'm not doing it.
When that information comes into place, only a fraction of it is correct. So you're being
hello
a piece of information, and then you're being fucked by the side with nothing to do about it.
Before we get out, also, are you familiar with the term barracks lawyer?
I am.
We have the people in the military who are like, oh yeah, I know everything about that. And they'll tell you a bunch of shit and you get out and none of it what he said was true.
Yes.
Because he was a fucking barracks lawyer.
I've been called that a couple times. I've been called that a couple times.
Yeah, but there's, I mean, especially within the military, people don't want to talk about you having all of the options that are available to you.
Yeah, it's very true. We have covered a lot. We actually only covered about a quarter of what you brought to us.
Yes,
we did. Yeah.
But this is huge and very useful. I learned a bunch of things. I wrote a bunch of stuff down. We have an idea for a brand new program. Thank you, Sam. We really appreciate you coming in and taking the time to do this. This is good stuff.
I love what I do, so it's my pleasure. Yeah.
So without further ado, I am going to summon the button-pushing monkey.
Yes.
Do that thing that you do so well.
That's right, baby. You know what time it is. It's super chat time. Time to get super funky.
All right.
That's just fucking crazy. All right, Sam, buckle up. You're on board now.
Let's go. Wait.
All right.
All righty. How are things going over on the YouTube side of things? Let's see here. We had 154 concurrent viewers. We had 173 likes.
All right.
YouTube, you're killing it over there.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got only 3 super chats here. The first one you already read there, Dorf from Mario Trujillo. His second one here comes in for $5. Says, I live with my retired parents and work 30 to 40-hour job. Would I still qualify for Social Security, or do I have to go through another route? Thank you, Samantha.
So Social Security is based upon the individual. So whatever is taxable is going to be put into the Social Security information.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer the question?
I think it does.
Yeah, Mario again is coming back. He says, also, Pop, why do you have 5 Hungarian sabers?
Because I like them.
Is he talking about the video that happened earlier today?
I just like the way the swords look, and that's why I bought them.
He has a room full of swords. That's a real thing. I have been in it many, many times.
I have so many swords. I actually gave him one because he asked me for it.
Yep, that's what happens
Well,
when
in fairness, you had 3 of them.
I know.
Well, Jack Daniels and Ambien equals
sword room.
Swords.
That's true.
Swords and Xboxes.
Battle axes and Xboxes. Yeah.
You got it. The Tycom ammo.
Oh yeah, the Chicom ammo. Is the axe sweet? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Alrighty, that looks like that's the only ones over there on the YouTube side of things. A little light over there, and that's all good though.
Well, I mean, it is a dry subject. We didn't have as many people as we usually do, and I get it. You know, it is what it is. But this is a very important subject. It needs to be covered.
You know, again, I just would really like to reiterate that if you are of Medicare age, open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. And if you are below that, open enrollment for individuals is November 1st through the 15th if you want to have an effective January date. If you're okay with having a February 1st date, it goes all the way to January 15th.
Yeah. So procrastinate if you don't want to have the right date.
There's a lot of people that go to procrastination station. So
yeah, I'm one of those guys. So.
Me too. Let's see. All right, Rumble. Rumble, you're making me sad. Ladies and gentlemen, get your eye bleach out.
Wax it off at the trailer park. Wax it off at the trailer park, baby. Oh yeah.
So that's
you're a little too fond of that new Hillary.
Is that the one that's house party doable?
House party doable.
To quote you, Pop, I'd give her a 4.
All right.
Wow. Let's see here. We got 238 people. You only got 79 likes there. 10 above the nice number, but not nice enough, Rumble. Not nice enough. But first one over here on the Rumble side is from FlashGator01. He says, evening, gentlemen. And Samantha. Let's see here. And of course, Alucard's coming in.
Well, here we go.
With his normal let's see. Let me bring it back up. The dog man called Pop. She wants you to sing and snoo and the beer and the tent and the squealing, Pop. Make it happen.
Squealing. All right.
Let's see. Next one here is again from FlashGator. Says, welcome to the show, Sam. Glad to have you on.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Mando coming in says, Dorf, do you ever get tired of depopping Pop during the live streams?
It's just something that needs to be done, man.
It has to make your brain melt eventually.
I'm sorry.
It's just something that needs to be done, man. I've been depopping Pop since 2009. So
Yes, he has.
And in the beginning, it's much better than it used to be. In the beginning, I'd call him up sometimes 2 or 3 times a day when I was editing some of his books going, what did you mean by this? Uh-huh. That's not what that, no, that's not. So you meant, yeah, okay. Okay, I got it. 2-3 times a day.
You know,
He's gotten way better.
Nice. And Mando coming back says, my company uses one of those asinine high deductible HSA plans. As a vet in VA, I'm not allowed to use half of the plan's options.
So that is incorrect. So what an HSA is, it's called a health savings account. And you're able to put a specific amount of money per year toward that account. And that account is supposed to be used for medical necessity needs. It's different than an FSA, which is a pre-taxed amount that comes and you can use on over-the-counter medication, dental, glasses, those kind of things. But an HSA is specifically for medical information, and you can use an HSA with a VA plan.
all right.
There you go. And Mando, if you got any other questions, send in an email. I'm pretty sure Papa will.
Also, I think it's Mando's birthday. No, it's Midtown's birthday today.
All right. Hey,
MGTOW's birthday.
yeah, Steve, I sent you an email from Tulag. Can you forward it to Samantha?
Saw it. Roger.
Alrighty. Next one here is from Idiot Grimlock for $5. Says VA and Medicaid and Medicare, including SSDI, has told me to pound sand since 2019, and I have back problems along with 100 P&T, but I'm not taken care of. I struggle daily.
So he's 100%. He's 100% VA disability, permanent and total, which is the same as I have.
Yeah. Send Pops an email, and then he'll forward it over to me. Please let me know what state you are in, and I will vet a person for you to talk to, and they'll reach out to you.
All right.
There you go. All righty. Moving on here. Mando coming back again says, if bureaucrats are going to make decisions on people's health, they should have to put their names on the documents and be held to account for their decisions.
That would be nice.
So here's the thing with government insurance that people don't understand is that they are given a lifetime of what's called the MEC, so the minimal essential coverage. So they don't have to go on to Medicare. They don't have to go on to any other plans. So they don't know how any of those work because it doesn't affect them.
Yep.
There you go. Let's see. Idiot Grimlock here says, hell, it took over how many years to get the Iraqi burn pit thing done? Like since 2005, 2016.
Yeah.
So 25 years.
Yeah, I'm on that burn pit registry as well. I mean, that shit fucked me up.
And Idiot Grimlock again says, you can't even sign into your VA account and get your health records anymore because you have to consent to biometrics to a third party. So we are fucked.
You can actually go in and ask them for a paper copy, and they have to, by law, give you that copy because they are your records and it's HIPAA related.
That's correct.
I like it.
All right. Alrighty. And Mando again says, the entire insurance system sucks worse than Dwarf's Night getting Eiffel Towered by Nancy and Hillary after a dual period blood zinc grizzled smoothie from both. With
God!
Oh, that's beautiful.
God damn!
Oh, I was about drinking beer, you bastard.
I feel the pain. You fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mando is one of those kind of guys that, well, he's seen some things and some stuff, and he's told us about them.
But, and you know, that's why I enjoy what I do, because even pre-cancer, pre-anything, it was really for the other person at the end of the table. It wasn't for me. So I don't want people to be lost within whatever.
And Mando again. I think this is a continuation of his last chat. He says, "No homo."
Okay.
And Idiot Grimlock coming back says, "I have to pay everything with 3K. Like, what the fuck, y'all? We stay poor and dying."
Definitely take a look within your policy for the upcoming year.
That's fucked up, man.
Yep. And Mando coming back again says, "Pop, I don't fully agree with the 65 and out plan, but as I go along without finding a person to have a family with, I'm getting more on board with it. Why keep going if you have no one?"
Well, I just say the 65 and out plan because like the men in my family don't live to be super old. And I have literally
You wear out quickly.
Yeah, I have ringed this meat suit out for all it's worth, and I'm literally coasting right now.
So let me just say this out of somebody who has a star. The point that hit me was living out of spite.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Moving on here. Oh boy. Sam, I hope you have a bucket next to you because, well,
So
God!
let me just say this. I have also participated in making Pop puke, so I'm well aware. Let's get it going.
Okay.
God damn.
Round downrange.
We all know what time it is. It's time for Alucard 1776 to this one's pretty bad, Pop. So brace yourself.
All right.
Chunky, moldy snot cheese with the rotting flesh, slimy, gooey goo mixed with vomit, nodules of chunky yeast-infected sour cream.
Oh my God, the food! Why do you add the food in there?
With a teaspoon of shit, maggots, and rotting beef steamed in a snotty pus. Zinc.
I love how he does that. God, that's terrible.
Fired,
the way you read that, like
fired.
snotty pus.
Jimmy enjoys it a little too much, man.
It just makes it so much worse, man.
No, I totally don't enjoy reading the super chats that are attempts to make Pop puke. No, I don't enjoy that at all. No.
Everyone gets fucked with, even me. That's just the way it goes. I get it.
Yep, we all get fucked with.
You gotta take.
Idiot Grimlock coming back says, "I've been borderline not giving a fuck for years. I'll still keep living out of motherfucking spite. Even though the government are all traitors, the only thing these people know is a barrel of fuck."
Yep.
Let's see. Tomahawk coming in with $10 says, "The Affordable Care Act was an act of treason. Change my mind."
Yeah.
I 100%. Well, I wouldn't say it's treason. I would say it's sedition.
It's becoming complacent in an environment where you actually should have changed things instead of making some sort of accommodation for individuals.
Everyone who signed for that, everyone who signed for Obamacare, because that thing was 6,800 pages long.
Yep.
They need to be run the fuck out of the government because they're out. That is so irresponsible.
Yeah. That and when Obamacare was first introduced, the government shut down until it finally got signed through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was done at like 2:00 in the morning.
Yep.
Shocker. Let's see. Idiot Grimlock here coming back says, "Go listen to people like Barbara O'Neill and get the Amazon Apothecary book. That is the best you can do. Also cultivate, elevate, and take some minerals. God bless."
I'm all over that.
Yep. And let's see. And Two Gas here says, for everyone, if you own investment properties, for fuck's sakes, make sure to use a holding company for every property valued at $250K or more. The point is to compartmentalize your liability exposure.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good point. Maybe we need to do a show on that.
That's asset protection. We need to find somebody who's really good at that.
Asset protection. Yeah. Because see here, I would like to show you how much I know about asset protection.
All right.
All right.
There you go. And Alucard coming back. Don't worry, Pop. Not a full screen. Says, hell, PSA announcement. Total amount of damage that Alucard has done is 15 to 30 vaults of gold. Kevin Manham is calling you.
All right.
Kevin doesn't have a cell phone, so good luck. Let's see here. Professor Blake Pooh-Ass Blaster coming in. And he wants himself a singing captain.
We did have a request for singing pop. You guys are jackasses. Always want to watch the same shit over and over again. Pick new videos.
Look at me, I wanna be the captain of the sea.
About time.
The poop that came from me, I'd rather steer us to debauchery.
Careful what you ask for, video guy. Careful what you ask for.
All righty.
There you go. All right, moving on here. Get my shit all situated here. Let's see. Alucard says, thank you for the information, Sammy.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
absolutely.
My pleasure. That's what I'm here for.
Let's see. Mighty Mouse Malibu dropping 5. He says, thank you for helping vets out, Sam. My dad that has been having health complications from high Agent Orange exposure in Vietnam. He's not getting fair treatment. Some of my issues are likely related.
So
Gosh,
what I would
never heard
suggest
that
with that is send an email over, because ultimately that falls under the Disability Act of 2018, and it should be covered. So send me a message.
There you go. Tomahawk coming in says, the biggest crush I ever had on a girl was named Samantha. That was back in the 9th grade.
Thanks.
There we go. And two guys here. Sam, asking for a friend. Can an SSDI recipient currently receiving Medicare also get Medicaid?
Absolutely. Yes. So if you have SSDI and that is your only income, you technically are applicable for potentially having Medicaid, which puts you into what's called a D-SNP plan underneath the Medicare abilities. So let me know and I will get you in touch with somebody.
Redonkulas12gmail.com. We'll get it to her right out.
Or, if you want to listen to the elevator voice, Redonkulas12.com.
Let's see. And two guests again is asking, Sam, do you know about the 519 ABLE savings account for disabled people?
So I do. And I think it's a 529 with ABLE account, which has to do with individuals with disabilities who are receiving disability expenses without losing federal coverages like supplemental income or Medicare. So yes, I do. If you have questions about that, please let me know, or let Redonkulas12.com know, and then they'll be able to pass things off.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yep. And we got Tomahawk jumping in again. Says, I'll say it again. The poetry of Alucard makes an awesome show.
That's sick, fucker.
You sick fucking bastards.
Sick bastards. Here we got 68 Barracuda jumping in. Says, just finished with the monthly school board meeting. The other board members voted in a new commie board member. Go down to your local registrar of voters and run for office. Suck it, you MiG-15s.
Fair enough.
Yep. And hey, there she is. There's Susan McCarley there with $5. Says, asset protection. Yes.
We need to find somebody who can do that and get them on the show, because that would be a really good show.
Hell yeah.
I wish that I
New mission
had
in
somebody to, bring on, but that the person that I have is only monetarily interested, and I don't want somebody to be like that on this show.
All right, I get it.
That's fine.
Right. Oh boy.
Do it.
All right.
Alucard, 1776. Placenta Vag, HPV beer with rotting
Beer!
ass worms, brood and snot, mucus munging zinc with toppings of rotting vag beef flaps.
Mucus munging.
Beef flaps.
Fuck is that?
Oh my gosh. I mean, those beef flaps are
Where do you
probably
get this shit
delicious.
from?
He's twisted, man. He's twisted.
Anybody hungry for some cookies right now?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Jimmy. No
Ugh.
bad.
That's nasty.
No bad.
That was terrible. I'm sorry. Not really. No. All right, let's see here. What's this one here? Oh, here you go. Here you go, Pop. Here's something that'll really help you out here. Let me copy and paste this link into my Brave browser here.
I already checked. Are you talking about Renard 69?
Yes, I am.
I was curious. I already checked the link. We're clean. Fire at will.
Oh,
We
God.
are clean, literally and figuratively. So let's see here. Let me get this, click this, share screen, boom, and then jump back to StreamYard and add to stage.
What a nut roll.
Add to stage.
No, Pop.
There
Good
we go.
one.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
This ought to be
This
good.
is 400 rounds of 5.56.
You shooting down? Oh, wow. They're shooting a penis down.
It's a silo. It's a grain
I know.
silo, you dumb fuck.
I know what it is.
We have a ton of those around here. I wonder if we could try that.
You need your silos removed? Don't call me because I can't afford the ammo.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of silos around here. We could actually give that a
There you
go.
Yep. And the comment was wrecking ball rental, $1,800, 400 rounds of 5.56 FMJ, $350. Which one was more fun though?
That's true.
You can actually get 1,000 rounds for about $359-ish, plus or minus $20.
Or a whole shitload of 7.62 by 54.
Yes, or 50. Yeah, 7.62 by 51.
I'll see if I can find a silo, Pop.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Moving on. Looks like we only got two more from the Rumble side of the chat. First one from Alucard. I am a creature of chaos. Pop, of course, all cause chaos.
I'm cool with it.
Yep. And Mando is asking for Atomic Hillary for that Alucard. Hopefully it inspires him.
Uh-oh. Which one is it? That's Hillbilly Hillary. Thank you.
That is indeed Hillbilly Hillary.
That's
And this
Trailer
is
Crash Teresa.
And this is Pop and his girlfriend Hillary.
So good and tasty.
That is just terrible. It's not funny.
It's fucking hilarious, man. What are you talking about? All righty. How are we doing over on the MGTOW side of things? Hopefully things are working out good over there. Oh, excuse me. First one from Crazy Uncle for $10 says, have to work tonight, but I wanted to drop a donation. Also, I started creating shorts dealing with simple truths. I have one that will be out next week. If possible, could you watch and critique it on the show? FYI, it is very red pill.
Sure. I have no problem. As long as there's no Granny Whisker biscuits or anyone getting like actually killed.
Or copyrighted material.
Yes, those.
Or anybody actually getting killed by a Granny Whisker biscuit.
That's,
while listening to Disney music.
That's horrible.
God. Oh, stop! You're taking it too far.
You went out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Let's see. And we got Transformational Synergy here dropping $40. Thank you, good sir. Says, happy belated birthday, Pop. Great topic. Father with Camp Lejeune syndrome has spent 20 years finally getting past VA red tape to an acknowledgement of his Parkinson's as a problem. Luckily, he has achieved a level 10 on the payout scale, barely enough to cover his facility rent. Still better than nothing.
God damn, that's so fucked up.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, and as the saying goes, anything's better than a sharp poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
And that's why I'm betting on the massive coronary. So
yeah. All righty, let's see here. Anything over on the Odyssey side? Looks like nothing over there, but we do got 6 viewers over there. How we doing in Twattersphere? Only 56 viewers here tonight.
it's a dry subject, but yeah, I get it.
That's all right. Okay. All right. Let me jump back to the YouTube side, see if there's any sneaky bastards over there, because I know there's going to be at least 1 or 2 over on Rumble.
3.
No, of course there is. You bastards. Let's see. Yep. Nothing over on the YouTube side. So let me open up the Rumble chat again. You sons of bitches. Let's see. 68 Barracuda says, that's no silo. That's a cornfield penis. Silos hold Minutemen missiles, intercontinental ballistic clocks of death.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I told you it was a penis.
Disregard the penis in the cornfield.
Yes, yes.
Trust me, that's something I should know about. And
hello,
Alicard coming back says, also, I'm a manufacturing unit with the pensions of chaos.
Malfunctioning, Jimmy. Malfunctioning unit.
Malfunction. I had a dyslexicist, man. Sue me.
That's all good.
Let's see. We got Lurch Fraley. That's a new name. Haven't heard from you there. Says 371 LR sent you a story of a blowjob that caused child support.
So Lurch Frey his initials are LR and his regimental number is 371. I have the story. We will read that on Thursday because it's a funny fucking story.
Okay. I have no idea how that works, but okay.
Just do the fucking math on that there, Pop. A story of a blowjob that caused child support.
Okay.
We'll read it on Thursday. It's a good.
I think this is why, Pop says flush evidence.
Hello.
Women are sneaky bitches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like the sneaky bastards here in the Rumble chat. Except for the sneaky bastards in the Rumble chat won't take you for 18 to 21 years for child support.
That's true.
Let's see. We got Batches here with $10 says, well, hang on. I gotta do something. Gotta do this. Well, imagine placenta shake with zinc-filled ravioli exploding with starburst flavor as you bite into them and the smell of flaps of Hillary fill your nose.
God damn.
You get vomit trying to swallow gag.
Oh, it's the food that makes it worse.
That's terrible. It is. Disgusting.
The level of brutality there. It makes the nerve damage in my arm flare up.
And Tomahawk, he's coming in saying he's very, very sneaky. Sneaky. And Alicard says, due to the malfunction, of course, I'll be a bit twisted.
All right, ready for cash apps?
No,
we got fucking bombed over here on Rumble.
Two more. First one from Mando says, Jimmy, you should never mention quack in a cornfield. We know of your cougar event.
Yeah.
And there you go. Let's see. And Alicard coming back again says, who's captain of the regiment's dirty dozen? And he's son of a bitch, bastard motherfucker. And he's asking for an Oprah and Jimmy.
Oh, sugar.
That's so nasty.
That is nasty. That is.
I don't know which one's worse. Me and Lizzo, me and Rosie, me and Whoopi, or me and Oprah.
Oprah. I'm just gonna say Oprah.
Hey, Billy Von Baum, do a Jimmy gangbang with all of them.
Oh no!
He kind of already technically did their Battle Dwarf.
That's fair. I'll take it.
All right, everybody gets fucked with here. All right, Pop, go ahead and bring up the cash apps while I read off this last one from Rumble. Last call, you bastards. All right, we got two more. We got 68 Barracuda. Hey, Battle Hobbit, why does that make the nerve damage flare up? All that delicious food poetry gives you Tourette's of the elbow flashbacks.
That's possible. That's fair. Yeah, and it is in the arm. Yeah.
Yep. And last one here from tonight on Rumble is from Hooliganism. It says, "Good show, Sam."
All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. All righty. Cash apps there, Pop.
Susie McCarley, $30. Thanks for covering this topic. You're welcome. And then we got one from HKC for $5 and 4 Bolsheviks.
Bolshevik.
Bolsheviks. Drink.
All right.
Fantastic.
And then we have one here from Samantha for 20. Thank you so much. Keeping the cause. All right.
Who's Samantha?
Me.
Yeah.
369. Sorry. You know, 'cause that's the best
569.
number, 69, right?
569.
It's not a bad number. It's awesome.
All right. Does that cover the cash apps there, Popster?
Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty light night tonight.
Yeah, that's all right. That's understandable. So
That's all right.
Alrighty. Yep, that's all good. So, ladies and gentlemen, share the show. Share it out to everybody you know. Share it to a veteran. Maybe we can help them out. There you go. All
We
right.
already got some questions. Sam, you should be seeing some emails shortly.
Perfect. I mean, I have received a couple, so thank you.
All righty. Final words from our lovely guest tonight, Miss Samantha.
Take the time to advocate for yourself, because if you don't know, then you won't know. And if you have any questions, Pops has said to reach out to me, so he's given that email address. I'm not afraid to work for you guys, so
Thank you
I'm
so much.
available. Yeah.
Thanks,
All
Sam.
right.
We really appreciate it. We genuinely do.
Yeah.
Doing all the good work there, Sam. We love you for it. All righty. Battle Dwarf, aka Kampfschwieg. Final words.
Oh,
NSTR. No, wait. I learned some shit tonight. There. That's
Yeah.
it. Now it's NSTR.
All
There you
right.
go. All righty, Popster. You know what time it is.
All right, everybody. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. It's not going to work out for you. If you absolutely must fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, flush it down the toilet. Why don't you go all the way down? Because women are sneaky bitches, and child support does last 18 to 21 years, depending upon the state you are in. Rack up, pack up, and stack up, because there's always safety in numbers. And make sure if you do get into a fight, you don't go to the ground, because that is where you get stopped out. All right, maintain your situational awareness, because if you're going to be attacked, something in the environment will have changed. It's up to you to see it. And last but not least, I'm sick and tired of throwing you sons of bitches into the dirt because you're taking a permanent solution to a temporary goddamn problem. Play the long game. You have no idea what tomorrow holds for you, and it can change on a dime. Stay in the fight. And if everything else fails, live at a motherfucking spite. And always remember, Uncle Pop is here cheering for you for all of your victories, even the ones you can never tell anyone about. Boom, beer me.
There you go. And everybody knows I got to take my button pushing monkey hat off and put the evil shilling monkey hat on. Make your way over to the merch store, ladies and germs. Come on, guys. Right there. Says it right there. Live out of spite. Stay in the fight. Get yourself a sticker, a shirt, or, it's starting to get cold out. Get you a hog hunter sweater.
All right.
Sweet. And all the other good stuff. You guys know it's there and all that other good stuff. And don't forget, the Suck a Dick Finishing School for Modern Women merch is live. Get you one of those and get you one of those hats and go walk down the women's march.
Which means that you should get one for your girlfriend, so that way, you know, she can belong to Suck a Dick, and then like you can tell her that her shirt is wearing that approval.
I mean, I mean,
just saying.
There you
Pop.
go. And go ahead.
What's up?
Pop. I think we should let Sergeant Yu give the safety briefing tonight. Do you have that on hand?
I do not have that actually. We can play it on Thursday.
We'll play it on Thursday.
Yes. And that's actually
wait.
we had a guy who retired.
Yeah, I'd have to load it correctly. Yeah.
And we'll do it on Thursday. He retired and literally gave my safety briefing as part of his outgoing retirement speech.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking
And
huge.
always be careful when the women wash the dishes because, well, sometimes she washes the pussy in the sink and your favorite shot glass will turn into her squirt glass.
I guess that's a tip for Alucard, right? To just put that in his vomit section.
Maybe. All right, ladies and germs, we will see you on Thursday. Good night.
Take it easy.